definitely wanted to write a book that I would want to read. And, and I really layered it with all the things that I love. And of course, those secrets and obsession and self-discovery and disillusionment.
Yeah. Yeah. You've also layered in a very natural phenomenon. We know it from the title. You have included this emergence of cicadas. It's really sort of visceral in parts of the story. I think, and it's something that happens every 13 years. I think in this story, that's what we know. The last thing that happened was 13 years ago.
So I think there are 7-year and 13-year-old broods that come about. So you'll have these massive emergences of cicadas. And of course, there's cicadas, every summer, but you don't have these enormous broods that come out. And this just happened to be a 13-year brood. And I recall growing up in South Georgia one summer when I was a boy, we were just covered up in cicadas. They were everywhere. We would call them locusts, but which isn't correct. But their shells were on everything.
Yeah,
and that always stuck in my mind. And if you've ever really looked at a cicada shell, they really are creepy looking up close.
They are similar. So for someone who doesn't know, similar to when a snake sheds its skin.
Yes.
With all of that the detail of the snake sort of imprinted in the skin as they come out of it. You see that in a cicada shell. Yeah. Also, it is sort of it's a hollowed out, sort of translucent version of the insect, the bug.
Exactly.
Yeah, they are kind of creepy.
They are creepy. They're scary close up.
Yeah, but your character isn't afraid of them.
No, and I wasn't either, as I was fascinated with them and the fact that they could cling to anything, these shells. So they were, in the opening scene in the first chapter, you have Annalise, the protagonist, and her friend Edame, who are actually collecting them. They're gathering them up, and, Annalise is making a crown on Edame's hair of cicada shells. So they weren't afraid of them. They were fascinated by them.